Yeah, buddy, back again. Blessed again because I'm blessed again. I'm back again. Riding around the street real fast. Y'all didn't have to go through the trip. We are going to the property once again. We go up here every day anyway to check on it. And we have to meet our contractor. The contractor that I'm most likely going to use for this back deck to get it done. He's gonna give me a formal quote. I need something written. I need the materials and stuff that I'm going to use. We can get this thing done and get this deal finalized. So I'm here. Y'all see the truck back there. Let me get situated and we're gonna see what's going on.
Deck or only the roof? ¿Estamos todo aquí, Charra? Sí. Solo el roof, ¿verdad?
What we're gonna do is, that's what I want. The rails, change out the support pieces,
Okay.
fix the old wood up there.
Yeah.
Might hit that vent too, right? The vent change.
Creo que no hemos hablado, pero no hemos hablado de eso.
Cause I got the appraiser is coming out, the appraiser property. The deal is contract already signed, but you know I gotta get this done before they're approving. I don't want the appraiser to come in low, but I ain't trying to put a whole bunch of money in it because they ain't looking for all that.
Okay.
But I want to done the right way because it represents your work and also represents me.
Ok. El problema es que dile que él sabe si podemos conseguir uno de la medida. Más viejo.
The only issue is that we're gonna see if we can find something that same size. Old houses usually.
I don't think it's that big. Probably get something smaller.
Okay, so you're fine with something a little bit smaller, just framing it in a little bit.
Yeah, cause I do that in the front also, the smaller
Okay.
one.
Dice que allá enfrente también hicieron lo mismo, dice que se puede conseguir algo más pequeño.
We're gonna keep these concrete to make it simple, and we just remove this part, redo it, some rails all the way down.
Okay. Lo que va a hacer es dejarlo ahí el concreto para dejarlo más simple, no sea tan complicado y nomás quitar todo esto y haciendo los nuevos.
El detalle es que este ya no se lo va a pasar a la ciudad. Está arriba del código.
Código 7 1/4.
Puede ser 3/4. 7 3/4. 7
Yeah, y'all know about this. We gotta get all that fixed.
Sería desarmarlo completo. No se lo va a pasar a la ciudad.
Aquí se lo ve 7.5.
No pasa, tiene que ser 7. Es que no sirve. Va a tener que ser removido porque no tiene el código.
He's saying that there might be a little issue with the height of the steps. It's looking like some of the steps are not going to pass a city code. It's supposed to be 7 1/4.
If I kept the slab?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to remove it and come all the way down with it?
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna need to happen because if we make those, these are not gonna pass the city's code. So that's gonna have to be removed and just make a whole lumber staircase all the way from top to bottom.
Okay. And then probably to do some paint, because if when you replace that wood, you got to paint it. We might as well touch that up too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything's gonna be touched up because if we just touch up one certain spot, it's gonna look a little bit odd.
Yeah.
Funny,
Yeah, so we'll do that.
No sé. No sé qué tan fuerte está esa cosa.
It's scary, but it ain't gonna fall.
Ok. De hecho, necesitamos hacerlo nuevo todo. No sirve.
And when they built it, did they tilt it a little bit for the rain off, or it just tilted a little bit because of the old age?
Cuando le dieron el como desnivel que tiene ahorita nomás por dárselo o fue por ya
El tiempo. Los
It's
años.
the old age, it's the years that's been going by that's made that so it could happen.
Okay, so when you put that post up there, it'll
It's gonna have to be level.
bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Tiene 3 pulgadas caído ya. 3 pulgadas de desnivel.
Y quiero que pienses meter un post, levantar.
Por mí, dile que si por mí, yo lo hago todo nuevo. O sea que él quiere que revisemos esto.
Sí. Se va a usar y nomás quitar la madera que no sirve la podrida.
Ok.
Como toda la face ahí que está todo podrido.
Quita la feisa. La feisa y una más, ¿no?
O sea, todo lo que está podrido. Rozar eso y nomás ponerle postes y reanivelarlo. Levantarlo y ponerle postes ahí más soporte.
Okay.
I don't need no custom rails up there. We can go with the pre-built one.
Okay.
We at this point, we just need to get it done so I can get the check in the bank.
Yeah.
Esta cosa está fea. Ok.
Y cambiar toda la madera podrida, levantarla, ponerle postes nuevos ahí.
De esto tampoco hemos hablado cuando.
Sí, habíamos hablado, pero no habíamos dicho que íbamos a cambiar los puros usted, los de allá arriba, los demás. Y los de allá abajo.
¿Quién tiene el precio que le dimos?
So we're gonna take all that down, remove all that, come up with the rails.
Pues si lo levantamos, a ver si no se viene con todo y se muere. Dile que por arreglar todo esto unos 2,800 le corrió.
¿Más esta parte de atrás?
Sí, esto arreglar, pintárselo esta.
Okay, so you're saying to fix this, fix that, new supports, repaint that, replace all the lumber that's not good anymore, and then tearing this down and rebuilding new ones with handrails and handles up there. 2,800.
On what, the labor?
Labor or material?
Labor y
That's double what y'all told me.
el material. Sería por la escalera. Enreo. Dile que incluido el material.
Entonces, 2,800 con todo el material. Okay, so 2,800 with material.
Yeah, what's the price on the labor?
¿Cuánto va a ser el labor? No, pues.
¿Pero para qué sobre labor? Dile que yo tengo calculado aquí unos 1,500 de material.
Material y 1,300 de labor.
O unos 1,200 de... No se van 1,300, van $1,000 dile de material.
I asked because a lot of times I buy my labor because I need to write it off on my non-profit. We got a non-profit, so.
Dile que tengo calculado $1,000 de material, $2,000 de labor. o unos 1200.
Si son $1000 de material, tienen que ser 1800
De labor, ¿verdad? Sí, cierto. Andan como 1000, ¿no?
no, más alto el material.
1200
1200 de material, 1600
de labor. Dile que sí, entre 1200.
wrong. Labor should be about 1600. Material wise, it's gonna be like 1200.
That's 500 more than what y'all told me last time. I got the text message.
Mm-hmm.
Dile que ahorita, no sé si él se ha dado cuenta, pero los precios, la madera, todo está subiendo y bajando, subiendo y bajando. O sea que está, no se puede tener un precio estable.
Then the price is not gonna be. It's not gonna be the same as last time because you already know. You do construction. You've done jobs like this. Material, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, we talking about the labor though.
Mm-hmm. Dice que de labor le subimos más, pero porque no hemos incluido quitar
No
esto.
está incluido. Esto lo voy a tener que echar.
Yeah.
El martillo.
Labor wise, it went up because we didn't include tearing that off. We had just talked about rebuilding that, but just noticed that steps are not code, not up to code.
But y'all supposed to tell me though, right? The first time, right?
Uh,
Y'all supposed to tell me that.
No, no estaba incluido eso. Creo que estábamos parando la escalera de arriba.
Desde que la vez pasada no le dimos nada de eso.
Oh, no. Pero ¿sabes por qué? Me acaban de mover una escalera a mí. Que el código cambió. Era 8. Ya no lo aceptan de 8. Quieren más abajo los escalones. Dile que ahorita mismo estamos remodelando unas casas y el código cambió. No es... Era 8 antes. Ahorita ya no se puede. Entonces tiene que ser 7. 7 y un cuarto. Pasa.
He's also saying that we just did a job a couple months ago, actually, around the same time we came and looked at this job.
Mm-hmm.
We had left the steps about 7 3/4 or 8, and they had city go ahead and inspect that. They went by and they just didn't pass it because code apparently changed. 7 1/4 is not what they're taking. 7 1/4, that's max. 7 inches is what they're like strictly trying to get. And we weren't up to date to that code change.
So you had to go back and fix it.
Mm-hmm. Had to go fix all that deck. It was 3 levels.
How many steps you gotta have on this one per height?
¿Cuántos escalones?
¿Cuántos van ahí? Tenemos... Tenemos 7 pies más o menos hasta aquí. Serían que... Son cada 7 pulgadas. Tiene 7 pies divididos entre 7 pies. Como 11, ¿verdad? Realmente van a entrar aquí como 12 escalones. Como 2 escalones van a entrar.
And about 12 steps.
Tal vez va a salir un poquito más difícil.
You're gonna probably stick out a little bit from right here. You're gonna stick out for one more step.
Okay. She said labor 16 and the materials how much?
1200.
So either was still 28.
¿Y el de cuándo lo quiere hacer? ¿No le urge mucho? ¿O ya le urge?
He said if you want to go ahead and do it, when would you like to start?
ASAP.
Pues, lo podemos hacer. Podemos hacerlo la otra semana si es que le urge mucho. Podemos mover gente.
As soon as I get done with this one and the check clears, I'm moving on to the next one. I got some other land and everything, so I'm be calling y'all to
Okay.
keep you busy and stuff.
Dile que si le urge mucho la otra semana lo podemos hacer.
He's saying that if you need this ASAP, we could probably get here beginning of next week or end of this week.
Okay. I got a few things on the inside too. Let me see. Go around there.
Okay.
Nothing major. I just want to do it for them. I still ain't got it done. I think y'all looked at it last time when we was in here. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna let y'all do everything because it ain't nothing too major, but just give me a same thing roundabout.
Okay.
Just to touch up paint this. I already got the paint for it.
Mismo color, same color.
Yeah, white.
White color. Okay.
Fix that, top, put that in, top that in, put that in there. Nothing major. I think it got ripped or whatever when they working on it.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Appreciate it. I need a trim. This trim right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go boom, and then boom, and then boom at the top.
Okay.
So put that trim right there, and just gotta be touched up.
Okay.
Keep that white,
Okay.
and then that same white, just throw that white paint down there to blend it where that brown is at.
Mm-hmm.
So it blends in. Nothing major, just that. I need those all installed. I already got them. Yeah, on the cabinets and stuff like that. I got that for some of the drawers, and then the which kind of ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think that's it for in here. I said nothing major. You just door painted. Nothing major. Filling. I got the wood filler just to blend it in. Paint it. Change the what's on with the knobs.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. The closet. Just finish off this closet. Some paint in there. You can look in there so you can see what you gotta do.
Aquí finish. Y pintar todo. Sí. ¿De este? Dile que le sale más barato comprar una puerta nueva.
Cause I don't have to do it. Cause they said they're buying it as is.
Okay.
But I just wanna, if it ain't too crazy in the cost. If it is, well.
Es bien barata. Y es más fácil comprar una nueva que poner esta. Sí. Es más fácil. Es más fácil que meter esa cosa. Sí. Es mucho trabajo estos.
Then for us, it's a little bit cheaper for you to go and just get a new door instead of doing that work on it. Give you a little bit pain in the butt getting that wood filler in here.
No,
It's gonna cost you a little bit more labor-wise to go ahead and fix this, or fix that and repaint it, and to go ahead and buy new doors.
And then paint the door.
es más cheap.
We'll price it with me replacing the door. If not, I said not that serious because they gonna buy it either way.
Okay.
And then some trim. You see that lip right there where it goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, from there to there. I need something for. I do want to get that. And I got the same thing in here.
Then you can take.
New what?
Ya
Oh.
lo que pasó es que
I thought you was about to measure something. So it messed up.
Ok, sería para arreglar ahí, quitar la puerta, pedacito de piso, este. Ok.
Pintar la puerta.
Pintar la puerta. Tiene pintura, ¿no?
Sí.
Ok.
Ahí está dentro.
But like I said, it's not a priority because they buying the house knowing they gotta do little small stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that same trim piece right here. It's kind of
Okay.
already cut back. I think I don't know if this will work. Whatever. But it's good to go right there. And then just throw some touch-up paint on here, just for that, so they can.
¿El de trim o no? Right?
Yeah, finish off the trim, the white, and then it's the same thing right here, that transition piece, and then also right here.
Okay.
Now, this one's a little bit different because that one had to be cut back, and this one is still. I don't y'all figure it out, but. It's just a little.
Maybe por like something like this. Algo ancho, para una transacción ancha.
Maybe a little bit wider, like transition piece right there.
Yeah, whatever gonna work right and look right.
Yeah.
And then we got back here the same thing, just a closet. That needs to be finished.
Finish this. Paint as well.
And then the same transition piece at the bottom. If anything, at the bare minimum, I want to get the transition pieces done
Okay.
in here, and then that trim around in the kitchen, which that's pretty much light work.
Yeah. Looking for también igual finishar, pintar.
Oh, ok.
Pedazo de transición aquí y la puerta.
Ok. ¿Esa puerta la vas a poner?
You're gonna use this door for right here?
I'll probably get another one. You said get another one?
Dije que me compre otra.
Yeah. I think it's better off just getting a new one.
You know, they're trying to save some money. I think they need to be sanded where it was.
Okay.
Nothing major.
Aquí en el cielo. Y cara. Olinar.
The sand where they left that up there.
Ok.
You wanna touch that up?
Yeah, the white paint.
Y también tocar todo eso, mover.
¿Y qué oye qué onda con esto? Oye, qué?
Si acaso sale muy caro, dice casi su prioridad sería nomás meterle los pedazos de transición en todos los lados y el trim que va alrededor allá en la cocina. Esa sería su prioridad.
Todo estos detallitos lo vale como $800.
¿Lo siento?
Todos los detallitos. 2 días de trabajo.
Eso es lo que le digo.
Sí.
So for all the little details that are in here, $800. Go ahead and just do everything. That'll include basically all we just talked about: the trim, repaint, touching up over there, touching up everything over here, sanding this down, finishing that. Once you get those 2 new doors, painting that, new doorknobs, and the transition pieces.
how much to do the trim pieces right here and the other one, and then those in the hallway.
The touching up all the quarter arm?
Yeah, this trim right here, the transition.
Okay.
That, and then the ones in there.
¿Cuánto sería nomás por, digamos, los pedacitos esos que van a ir ahí en esas partes hasta los del juego y allá? ¿Otra sección?
And that small trim around in the kitchen.
Y trim para allá.
Yeah.
¿Cuánto será bien eso? Dile que le conviene más que le hagamos todo. ¿Por qué? Para venir a hacer esos detallitos. Unos 300 dólares. Pero sería solo esto, y la cocina.
Okay. So for just transition pieces and then that little trim over there in the kitchen, $300.
Come on, man. Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah, come on now. We both businessmen now.
Dile que es mejor que le pintamos todo.
It's better off for us to send guys and just take care of everything and just have them do certain parts.
Todo. Listo.
We just gonna do the deck. We gonna stick with this. Y'all gonna work with me now. I gotta save money. I know y'all gotta make some money now, but.
Dile que siempre los detalles son que mucho cuesta.
Usually these small details are the ones that cost a little bit more. Because I mean, it's just something that's just detailed, but we have to send guys, have them be here half a day or a day.
You know, that's 30 minutes worth of work, man. That's already cut. Hey, you gotta put that down. That right there, you can put down too. Come on now. Turn your lights off real fast. Boy, they tripping. I'm finna get, $300 for that. And then do it myself. Let the client do it. Yeah, I'm gonna say that money. I'll let them handle that.
Okay.
So, well, yeah, y'all give me that write up on it, and then I'll be ready to roll.
Okay. Entonces con de fuera salimos, ¿verdad?
Sí, okay. Alright, so we'll get that written up and we'll just send it probably through text. That way you can have it and we can start, like I said, end of this week, start of next week.
Okay. What's the turnaround time?
¿Con cuánto tiempo lo acabamos?
Eso. 3 días.
Maximum about 3 days.
Okay.
No hay lugar donde tiramos el concreto que lo tenemos que llevar, ¿verdad? Tráela.
So for the concrete steps, you don't have anywhere in mind, or you want to keep it here, or you just want to have us haul it off?
Haul it off.
Okay.
Okay.
When y'all have a chance to look at the next project, the foundation, I gotta get laid for, so I can get a quote on that.
Cuando tengamos antes de ver la fundación.
¿Qué tal está?
Where's it at?
By what's that? Gospel Light Church,
Gospel Light.
off South Avenue, South Street. You go down, you know where the guy got that car dealership at on the corner. You go there and then you turn and then it's back up in that area.
¿Es una casa nueva?
Sí, es una fundación. Santa Marta es por la calle South, por donde vivía Don Ramón. Por ahí cerca está.
¿Te quieres ir ahorita para donde?
If you got time right now, we can go ahead and go look at it.
You wanna go?
Alright.
Knock both of them out. Let me lock it up. All right, so we're gonna go to the other property. I could have showed them that one, but since that's not the one we're gonna do next, we're gonna take them to the one we're gonna do next, and then go from there. But But as y'all see, they're gonna try to get that money now. They're gonna try to get that money. He was talking about $800 to do all this and do all that. Then I said, well, how much to do the trim? He said $300. I was like, come on now, y'all heard it. I ain't paying you no $300 for that. That's like 30 minutes worth of work, if that. It doesn't take long to do that. They know that, that's why they start laughing. But I understand it's business. They got to send their people out, and they got to make money and be able to pay their people. So what we do, I get it done by doing it myself, or I leave it undone because the buyer already knows that some of the stuff they're gonna have to complete themselves, like the closet, the doors, and everything. But I did want to get a lot of it done for them. And that's why I was pricing it to see how much they were going to say. If I didn't like what they had to say, then we were not going to go with them in regards to that. But let me get over here to the other property, and once I do, I'll let y'all check that out. We're doing business, baby. We're doing righteous business. People do a lot of talking. We ain't just talking. We about that life. Life of action. Life of following through with your word. People are watching. People are looking. People want motivation for whatever reasons. And that's what we're going to provide. We're going to provide all that for you. We're going to be real about it. When we sell the house, I'm going to show you the check. I'm going to show you how much profit we made, which is not really profit in that sense, because a lot of our profit is going toward reinvesting. A lot of our profit is going toward the next project and acquiring some other pieces of land. You gotta have that land so you can put stuff down. You got the auction coming up. And the crazy thing is this, you had the whole you-know-what situation. They didn't even do any auctions here last year, land or real estate auctions. This year, they're doing the auction for 2021 and 2022. It's gonna be a long day. I'm still, come on, buddy, going through all the properties. I'm going through each and every one to see which ones I am interested in. That way, when the time comes, I will be ready. So I can get some of these tax delinquent properties where you can get some land for $100 or $150. Yeah. Oh yeah. But I'll be back. Stay tuned. I know where we at, back over here. No cap, no flex.
Property?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're doing a 16 by 50.
16?
16 by 50. The prefab buildings. You come, they're bringing it, set it on there.
Okay.
So I need the foundation for it.
Okay.
The pier and beam. Yeah, and probably like in the center, so that way I have enough front yard, enough backyard.
50? Oh no, 15? 16 by 50, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The prefab ones they do. They bring them out, you set them on there, you lock it down and everything.
Oh, ajá. Esto va a ser un edificio ya está hecho. De lo que viene prefabricado, ¿no? Ajá. Okay.
16 por 50. The footing. Would you want this just to be the foundation and blocks, or do you want it foundation, block, and concrete?
Explain it to me a little bit better.
Foundation-wise. Of course, whenever you do a footing right here,
Footing.
you have to dig that out,
Mhm.
fill that foundation with a footer with concrete.
Mm-hmm.
About 16 pulgadas, about 16 inches of concrete, 16, 18.
Mhm.
Block around,
Mm-hmm.
fill the block around with concrete.
Mm-hmm.
But from right there, you can either bring fill in, and just kind of pack it down. Leave enough room to pour a slab, and pour a slab right there, and that the blocks is gonna kind of help out as like a form. You pour concrete on that, and you gotta have a slab, or the other way is just blocking. Do the same thing, just no concrete. Como allá. Kind of like that. Right there, that house is sitting on top of the blocks. No, there's no slab on that.
With the piers in the middle to support it every so many feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Entonces aquí va a ser pura madera y.
Because the building has the skids underneath and everything. So then I'm assuming it sits down there and then you tie it in.
Okay.
Whatnot.
Tiene que ser así de. Pues, los monos y madera. Ve sentado en madera.
¿Es mero?
No, it's let me see. Is it about right there?
¿Y cuánto tiene para allá?
Yeah, so we can come back a little bit further. Probably like right here. So if we go right here, then how wide? Let me see 16 right here. From right here.
Pues aquí donde está el 16 pies.
Aquí 17. Pero ¿hasta dónde llega su propiedad acá?
Oh, where's the property line at?
Like where them trees at?
Por donde están esos árboles.
¿Cuánto digo? 16.
Sí.
Aquí.
That's 16 right there.
Es que debe de tener 10 también.
And we should have, we do need about 10 feet from the property line over there.
Okay. So we knew till we would come up a little bit further to the front.
13 feet.
Yeah, 13 feet right there. That's good enough right there.
So it's about mark it with a stick or something. Just for a reference point, so don't forget. So about right there. Then that gives enough front yard. You think that's enough backyard, or do we need to come forward a little bit, or that's because I might have a build a. How much more room do you need for a porch?
Un porche depende de cuánto grande.
You know roughly how big you want it?
5'4" maybe.
Okay.
It's like a extension. You know how you did on the you just recently did. You built the canopy and then extended off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
But not the whole length of the building, but just the front. I mean, we'll work it out when we get the building and everything, but just a rough estimate in regards to what we need to position that to have enough room for that.
Okay.
Un porche de unos 6 pies.
Okay, fácil, no tiene que ser algo muy grande.
Okay. Entonces lo que debe hacer es echarse para acá. Que le quede 8 aquí.
So that way we know if we need to come back, move it,
Move it a little bit back.
Yeah.
About 8 feet from right here to that property line. You should have enough room for a porch right there.
So with the porch, then we probably need to. Do we got enough room to come back? How much more can we come back? Or there won't be really no backyard.
Dile que no puede meterse más para la propiedad para allá. Que necesita tener espacio. Si mira ese, tiene como 2. ¿O hasta entrar el pasto de su propiedad?
Is it to where that grass is at, or is it right here, just right here on these trees?
From what I remember, I thought it was right here, but I'm gonna get it surveyed and everything. So hopefully, if it's a little bit right here, then that give us more room. Then I can get these knocked down because I'm gonna put a privacy fence up and everything.
Dile que si tiene más espacio para allá, está mucho mejor.
Yeah, because if the property actually goes over there to where that grass is over there, then you have enough space to move this house back and more. Give it enough space so you can actually have a porch where the city's gonna allow it right there, and it's still gonna give you a good sized backyard.
Okay, and if it stops right there, then How much further can we come back without having at least some, or we won't have no backyard?
Como 5 pies.
Puede
Tengo
quedar
otro
unos
pie.
5 pies.
No.
Dile que todo dependa del city si lo permite.
It really depends on the city if they allow it, but we think maybe about another 5 feet this way, and you're gonna have about 8 feet to let's say right here to those trees. That's about 8 feet backyard. That's about where you're gonna have. Right here to that stick with that side, that's about 13 feet. You move it back 5 feet, that gives enough room for the porch over there. You're gonna have about 8 feet clear right here.
Okay.
Dile que antes de meter mano necesita saber exactamente dónde está su propiedad.
Yeah. So yeah, before starting anything, you need to get this. You need to get city to tell you exactly where the property line runs, have them survey that, all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Because I don't want it too far in the front, and then you have the porch and it doesn't look right because the porch is almost touching the street.
La otra le puede hacer los porches a los lados para que no quede tan pegado a la calle.
La entrada va a estar ahí.
Puede ser un chiquito, pero un porche grande sería al lado para que tuviera. Puede ser ahí atrás.
When they survey it, then we'll, center it a little bit better and everything, get it.
Dile que quedaría bonito que le acercara y un área bonita atrás para fiestas, para las cervezas.
I said, once you get that surveyed, what would be nice, you get here a center of this, you can get like a little, pretty nice area right here in the back, for some cervezas, he said, some beer.
For somebody else, we're gonna finish it and sell it and move on to the next one. Cause this serves like a proof of concept for myself. Cause then once I'm able to do it, then I know that I can work with it and I can do other properties like that, and it's just easier. You don't have to build it from scratch. You're like, hey, the building's here, come build the foundation, and finish it out and stuff like that. Because after this one, then the land that was next to the house you just went to, we're gonna go back over and we're gonna do that one, clear that off, and everything. Just keep on rolling. I do have an idea, and since I got you here, I want to ask you. My idea, I know it can be done, but I want to do 16 by 50. Not on this one, but another piece of land. A 16 by 50. And then, you have the houses that they're like long and then they have like a little extension out. I want to do a 16 by 50, like say 16 by 50, and then like a 12 by 32 in front with the breezeway connecting the two of them.
El que tiene una idea, dice que no para esta propiedad, pero para otra, meter igual un edificio de 16 por 50. Y dice que, por ejemplo, una casa que tiene como una extensión al lado. Pero quiere hacer una extensión de 12 por 32 al lado y que tenga como un caminito para que se conecte.
Un roof tapado.
You do it? Yeah. And the reason is because this one is going to be a two bedroom, 2 bath, and then I want to be able to make a 3-2 and still have that space because I'm able to get the buildings at a pretty good price. But this is where we at. Give me a quote on that also, but separate quote.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there. But that deck, we can start today. We'll start today, but I know.
Okay, dile que el precio que le damos ahorita del material varía. Si de aquí a 15 días tal vez ya subió o bajó, que bajó nunca va a bajar ya. Pero siempre anda precio.
So prices for material, they're gonna vary because you already know material goes up and it goes up, rarely goes down. So let's say from here in 15 days, material rises. It's gonna change a little bit, but labor-wise, it's still gonna be the same thing. Material is always gonna be it's gonna vary just depending on how long it takes to go ahead and get started.
You want to start as soon as y'all can start. That's why I said I called you at the first time. I said, hey, I'm ready, because they put the deposit on the, on the house and everything.
Yeah.
It's FHA, so. They already did the inspection on it. Next thing is the appraisal, but they're not gonna do the appraisal until we get that back done, and then all the paperwork and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, buddy, we in the game. We in the game. Y'all heard what's going on. I'm excited because they can do my 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And I've been thinking of a way of how can I use these buildings that I'm already going to be using and get more space. This is going to serve as a proof of concept. I know it could be done because people do it all the time. They take these buildings and they convert them. The city already told me I can do it. There are many around the city where people have done them. So it's not an issue of I'm reinventing the wheel or doing something completely new. And even with me taking the 2 buildings and connecting them, that's nothing new because people have also done that. What do you got over there? But it's new for me, and the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put my own little twist on it. Now, when we buy up other pieces of land where we want to do a bigger house, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or even a 4-2, 4-3, we know that we can get these buildings, not have to pay the money up front on them, meaning have to buy the whole building and still be able to work and move. And get things done. A large part of the building is building the building. Building the house and stuff like that. You got wasted material. It's helping me to control my costs even more. If I know exactly almost dollar per dollar where it's going, no wasted materials, then we straight. That's what he told me. He said $1,200 for the labor. He said 16. They said 16 for the labor and $1,200 for the material. I forgot what he said specifically, but either way, it was so it's still the same. Still equals out to the same. It's not really benefiting me to buy the material. I'm gonna let them buy the material and everything. And we'll go from there. Now, what I do got to find out, I forgot to ask them if they're going to want a deposit. Before we just discussed the labor, and they said no deposit. But when you talk about that you got to buy the material and stuff like that, then it could be a little bit different. Which I understand, but I'm not going to give no crazy, absurd amount of money on no deposit. Because if that's the case, then, hey, we go up there and we can get the materials, and I can pay for it. I get 10%, so I can save some money, which is what I might do just thinking about it. I forgot about that. I get 10% off because my wife is in the military and I was in there too, which saves on material and everything. But we'll see, because I'm at a point now, hey, we want to go and get this thing wrapped up. By the time you see this video, the deck, back patio, what do you want to call it, it may be done, but I know we'll have our deposit from the people who are buying the house, and this is a non-refundable deposit. Non-refundable. The check is already, I got the check, but my real estate agent has the check. She has to give it to me, but she's out of town. So I want to go ahead and start as soon as possible while lumber is what it is, and he didn't get to talking crazy about, oh yeah, it went up this amount of money. I'm like, well, we're going to price it. And I'm going to tell him I want it itemized. Matter of fact, when I get to the house, when I stop, I'm going to tell him to itemize the material that he's buying. I want to make sure, look, this don't equal what you talking about. It equal. If it don't, you need to be giving me some money back. Tell me it's less than what it is. But that's all we got for the day, y'all. We are continually moving forward. We are almost there. We are in the home stretch, about to be done with our first property. Move on to the next one, then move on to the next one. And hopefully, prayerfully, we can get to the point where we're doing 2 or 3 at one time. That's the ultimate goal. The minimum is 2. But having 3 or 4 going at one time, oh yeah, you know why? Because that's 4 times the profits. It's 4 profits around the same time, because the houses will be completed around the same time, and they will be going on the market around the same time. And we're gonna kill the game with our package that we running. Our package deal. Y'all know about that, where they get the light bill, water bill, pretty much the utilities paid for 1 year. I ain't finna run it down. Y'all already know, but we'll talk about it later. I'm out. Y'all stay blessed.